Hi viewers, in the previous class we have seen some questions related to playing with magnets of 6th standard. So let us continue with the questions which are of same chapter, playing with magnets. So question number 21. The diagram below shows a bar magnet resting on the top of a piece of paper. The north and the south poles of the magnet are labeled as N and S. The points A, B, C, D represented 4 locations around the magnet. If iron fillings were sprinkled evenly across the entire paper in the circle, at which location would the greatest concentration of the iron fillings will be found after 30 seconds? Means out of this whole region, at which point you will see more iron fillings. As you know that the poles of a magnet will have more magnetic strength. Hence, you will see that more iron fillings will be at a point B near the north pole. So, option is B. Next, question number 22. A student put 5 iron magnets on a pencil. The magnets are labeled 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Means these all the 5 magnets are labeled. Which 2 magnets are attracting each other? Means out of these 5 magnets, only 2 magnets will attract, remain will have a repulsion force. As you know that the property is the north pole and the north pole will repel and the south pole and the south pole will repel. Same way, the unlike poles like north and south or south and north will attract each other. So here you will see that, let us assume this black mark as a north and this white mark as a south. And here if you observe, between magnet 1 and magnet 2, south is there, so they repel. And if you observe, between second magnet and third magnet, north and south are there, hence they attract. And if you observe, between third and fourth, north and north repel, south and south repel. So out of this, the magnet 2 and magnet 3 will attract each other, remaining magnets you will see repel each other. So here the answer is option B, that is second magnet and the third magnet will attract each other, remaining will repel each other. Next, a magnet is freely suspended in air as shown in the diagram and another magnet is brought nearer to it as shown in the same diagram. What will be observed? Means what we will observe. So here if you observe this magnet which is suspended have south and north and the magnet which is brought have a south and north. But here if you observe, this both the magnets are having the north poles facing each other, hence they will attract each other. So the north pole and the north pole will repel each other. So here the answer is, in this diagram they repel each other, means it will show the repulsion. So what is the answer? They show the repulsion. Okay, coming to the next question. What factors does the pole strength of a magnet depend on? Means pole strength will depend upon what? Will it depend upon the shape of the magnet or it will depend the size of the magnet? What? So here the options are given. The shape of the magnet, the area of cross section, the temperature of the environment and the color of the magnet. You know that as already in the previous topic we discussed, they mostly depend upon what? Cross section according to these options. So they depend upon what? Area of cross section. Next. Well, let us see once again this question. Look at the figure shown. Iron pins being attracted towards the nail in 2 and tell which of the following is demonstration for it. Means which is showing about the magnet. So here you will see that in this case iron and they are not attracted. But when you brought the magnet here with the same iron nail, they are attracting. So here what? They are having, the pins are converted into artificial magnet or pins get demagnetized. The iron nail becomes an artificial magnet in the figure 2, none of them. So you will see that the iron nail becomes an artificial magnet in the figure 2. Means it will act like some magnet. When you remove this magnet again, they will move away. Yes. Next question. The result of some observations about the number of iron pins attracted by the bomb magnet are shown below. In your opinion, which of given reading are correct? Means here they have just attracted some iron nails or iron fillings at A, C, D, B. So out of this, which will be correct order? As you know that both the poles will have a equal strength and the region between will have a same strength. So therefore, A and B should have the same value and C and D should have the same value. So let us see what is that. A is 10, B is 10, C2, D2. And in this case, A10, B5, C5, D5, these are different, we cannot take. So we can take this one, or A6, B6, C6, D6, all are equal, we cannot take. Here also one more option you have possibility, A is 2, B is 2 and B is 10, C is 10, it is also not possible. So final answer is option A. Means both the poles will have same value and the points which are in the between have same value. Next, question number 27. The correct method of making an artificial magnet is, means which method will help us in these two diagrams to create an artificial magnet. So whenever you are making an artificial magnet, you have different methods like single touch, double touch or electromagnetic, etc. So if you take, this is a one magnetic substance, and if you take, this is a magnet, then whenever you are taking the magnet, whenever you are considering the magnet, so you should observe that you should consider, if you take, as this is a magnet as I said, then you have to pull from one end of the substance to the another end. Like if you take, this is the north pole, after pulling to this you have to lift it and place it here again. So this method we call it as a single touch method. So in this you see that this is showing the single touch and this is showing what, moving forward and backward. Hence, so which figure is correct? As shown in the figure 1 will be correct. So we should do this method. This is not moving forward and backward. Okay, next. Why is the ring magnet P float on a ring magnet Q in the given figure? Means why these both are getting floated? Means they are not attracted each other. Why these both are not attracting? As you know that it is only possible if they are having a like poles. So magnet P is lighter as compared to the Q? No. Magnet Q is more powerful as compared to P? No. Here like poles of the magnet P and Q are facing each other. So this is the correct option. Like poles of P and Q are facing each other. So option C is the correct answer. Why like poles will repel and like poles will attract. Let us go for the next question, 29. What is our best evidence that Earth has a magnetic field? To show that Earth is having a magnetic field, what is our best? If you observe that all the objects are falling to the Earth's center, means Earth is attracting all the objects. So all things fall towards the Earth, hence we can say that Earth is a magnet. Next question, question number 30. How is Earth similar to that of a magnet? Like it has the north and south poles, it is hundreds of miles long, it is made of Earth's core, or it's shaped like a horseshoe magnet. So it is also having a north and south poles. Hence, what it is also called as a magnet. So why we call Earth as a magnet means it is also having a both north and south poles and it is attracting the objects. Okay, next question. The north end of a freely suspended magnet points towards. Already we discussed this question previously. So once again we discuss. What is telling? If you take, this is a magnet like which is freely suspended. What will happen to it? As we know that north pole will face towards the geographical north. So the north pole of a magnet will face towards the geographical north. Is it clear? So these are the options. Next, for an electromagnet to have a magnetic field. So for any electromagnet, what it should have? Means it must be heated, it has to be touching another magnet, it must be linked up with the Earth's magnetic field, it must be connected to an electrical source. If you say it is an electromagnet, it itself will say that it should be connected to a what? Another magnet. Is it clear? Next, ancient people discovered magnetic rock called lodestone. They used them to start the fire, for compasses, for sculptures, for telephone receivers, for the compasses. They used as a compasses in the beginning. Next, what characteristics do the magnetic substances have? So what will be the characteristics for a magnetic substance? Generally, you know that what? They can give a shock when they touch? No. They can push or pull objects, they are not touching. They are always black and cold. They fall fast than other objects. So they can push or pull objects, they are not touching. Means like poles repel, unlike poles attract. That is about the components. Next, a magnet which retains its magnetic properties for a long period is called as, if they are having a long period, then they are called permanent magnets. What we call them? Permanent. Means these magnets will lose their magnet only when demagnetized. Next question. A magnet does not lose its property if it is. Means when it will not lose its magnetism. We know the methods to make a demagnetization. But here when it will not lose? When you heat. Heating is a method to demagnetize. Hammered. So if you hammer a magnet continuously, means continuous hammering is also demagnetization. Dropped from a height is also demagnetization. Wetting with water is not a demagnetization. So when you make the magnet to wet, it will not lose its magnetic property. Remaining all properties are what? Demagnetization properties. What are they? Demagnetization properties. Only this is not a demagnetization property. So when you wet a magnet, it will not lose its what? Magnetic property. Okay, next question number 37. In ancient times, rocks containing magnets are called, already we know, first question only we have seen, they are called magnetite. The first question of these topics we have discussed, which are called natural magnets. So which is magnetite. Next, in what different shapes are magnets commonly found? Means in which shapes we get. So depending upon the usage, these artificial magnets which we prepare are in different shapes. Like they are available in cylindrical shape, they are available in cylindrical shape, they are available as a ball ended horseshoe. So the option is all of this. So what is the option? All of this means we get in all these shapes. Next, like poles of a magnet. Simple question which already we discussed. Like poles always repel each other. So option repel each other. The next, which of the following materials can be magnetized? So to magnetize, it should be a magnetic substance. So in this, which is a magnetic substance, easily you can find, that is iron. So which is the magnetic substance? Iron. Next, it was observed that a pencil shock mark gets attracted by both the poles of a magnet, although its body is made up of plastic. Name the material that might have been used to make some part of it. You know, when you take a shock mark, even though total body is made up of a plastic, the blade which is tipped to it is made up of metal, where that is iron. So it contains a iron. Which part? The blade part. So the blade part is having a iron. So hence, because of this iron, even though that sharpener is a plastic body, it is get attracted. Next, coming to this. Okay, stop. Achha. So coming to question number 42. These are called multi-correct answers. Till now what we discussed is a single correct, means in that 4 options we have only one correct answer. But here in the case of multi-correct answers, you may have more than one answer is correct. So that we have to decide it. Now let us see this first question according to multi-correct, that is question number 42 as per our series. Which of the following statements are wrong? Means in this we have to choose wrong statements. The like poles repel each other. It is a right statement. Like poles attract each other. It is a wrong statement. So this is a wrong statement. Magnetic substances are not affected by the magnet. This is also a wrong statement. Unlike poles repel each other. This is also a wrong statement. So in this, B, C, D are taken as a wrong statements. So you can see all these are bordered. Next. हाँ भाई